Hey guys, JayKrawls here. The unit for this BS-13 Tier 10 prize, the Thresher, is kind of like a brute and a tank kind of combined together. Unique idea. It has similar shots as Mega Tank, where you just have the cannon and the small fire here. And then also you get this third shot here, which is called the Mine Flare, which does 85 to 103 damage times 3. Whereas the Brute has a similar shot, which does 273 to 290. Well, with the Brute, you get to move the shot around, but it doesn't target those units. But this one, you can't move it around. It's basically wherever you put the unit, but it can hit soldier units, I guess, because it has chains on it, which smack these guys around. I don't know their thought behind it, but whatever. For whatever reason, this is the prize unit that we get. Cannon does 129 to basically 196 explosive damage. Offense 660, 75% armor piercing. The piercing shot, which is 48 to 62 times 3 damage. Base crit 25, offense 71 shot, and the Mine Flare 85 to 103 times 3, which is explosive damage, which is nice. Has a 65% chance crit against vehicles and a 50% armor piercing. Base crit of 25%. Offense is nice and high at 86. So you're going to get a lot of the damage units. This is a blocking unit, so it's going to protect the units behind it. And it has some good resistance to piercing and crushing. Fire, explosive, and cold is just pretty much typical. So not quite as much defenses as like a Mega Tank, but kind of a strong like a tank, but having some of the shots of the Brute, which is kind of neat, interesting to have. Let's look at this shot right here, the Thresher, and see. You can see that it just about take out this Arctic tank, killed the trooper here with one shot, and brung the Mega Tank down just below half of its life. The Thresher, this shot on the Brute should didn't do quite as well on the Mega Tank that round. The Brute is immune to cold, and the Thresher, I think it is immune to cold as well, but not to fire damage. I think it does take DOT damage from fire, but not cold. So it's kind of like the Silver Wolves, where they're immune to the cold. Here's the cannon shot. Which did 136 damage, which isn't bad at all. And then, of course, you got the little shot from the top, which does piercing damage, so it's nice to have that third shot. I wish the shot could move around like the Brute, that way you could get in different places. But if you have several of these from the boss strike, you can split them out and chew through your armored units on the front row. So far, pretty nice unit to have. Let's take out these guys back here. Okay, well, pretty much showed you. This shot shoots, I believe, can hit air just like the others, like the tanks can. What is this? Just the auto-fire machine gun shot. Anyway, let's retreat here. And let's see. I'll show you. They're pretty nice against. This unit does pretty well against any type of unit you put on the front row. So getting a couple of these units will not be bad to have. Nice front row units for cleaning things up. Let's just put it there by itself. And did pretty nicely and took pretty decent damage resistance from this guy here, so I'm pleasantly surprised at that. Nice crit against that unit, and of course you have this shot here. So this unit's versatile against, it's like mixing a brute and a mega tank together. So not a bad unit for a front row defense, and I like putting those two together. So if you have an opportunity to get a couple of these guys, or at least one of these for the boss strike, it's probably a good unit to have in your arsenal for different types of things. Now everybody wants to know how this guy does against the Ancient Sentinel, and I just so happen to have a video that I did earlier with some of the new units against the Ancient Sentinel, and this is the Thresher using it right up front, doing that shot, and notice that it's probably not a unit that you're going to want to bring to the battlefield. Okay, let me see about backing this up, because it went by so fast. I want to show you the kind of damage it did. Okay, so against the body it did 16, against the right arm it did 22, and then it critted and got a 44 on the right arm and a 28, and then a 15 after that. So, and a 44 on the right arm. So if you were to use the weapons tech guy and put the explosive damage on this arm, this would probably one-shot kill it. Is it going to do a lot of damage against the Ancient Sentinel? Well, let's see, 20, 30, 40, about 60 damage, so about as much as Mega Tank would do while clearing up that arm. So if you're having a hard time with the Ancient Sentinel already, you may want to use this guy. If not, I don't know if you want to. Okay, so now I took the Nomad against the body, and you see that I got a 15 and 11. It's not very impressive with the MT Blast. So that's definitely a weaker shot. It does a little better in just a second. Here's the freeze damage, which did 19 against the body, which is again not helpful at all. So let's do this EMP here, and I believe this one gets a crit, which does a little better. 27 and a 16, so not quite as much as you can get with a shot with a Mega Tank, and won't live near as long. So I do not recommend these units really for the Ancient Sentinel. The Thresher, maybe if you just want to clear out that one arm and hit the body on the front row. If you don't already have some units for that, that's just the regular Cannon Blast against the body, which did not too well. So these three units you can see right here are not holding these two units, and all four of these units, they aren't holding up very well against the Ancient Sentinel. They're getting taking a lot of damage. At the same time, they've not inflicted very much damage on the Ancient Sentinel. So I would just say leave those out, save them for other things. Alright, so I hope this video is kind of showed you this new unit, the Thresher, and hope you get it this boss strike, and keep pressing on so you guys can, because I think it's going to be okay unit. It's nice to not have another plane. I mean, we've had planes for so long, so it's good to have a tier 10 prize that's not a plane, and this kind of mixes some units together to form something I think may be helpful in the future. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this video. I plan on putting out some other videos really soon about the boss strike.